Okay, so let's now go to the assumption of naturalism argument. And it goes like this: naturalism is assumed in courts of law and sciences. If that's true, then we should take naturalism to be a part of the science. Therefore, we should take naturalism to be a part of the sciences. Okay, now as far as I could see on pages 40 to 49, Dennett didn't really advance the discussion. He kind of just repeated, with more oomph that, come on, when we're doing science, we're not expecting miracles. I wish he'd responded to Plantinga's point that a lot of physicists themselves might assume that, they might be themselves be theists and might take themselves to be exploring the world God made. So they're certainly not assuming naturalism. Um, so so that's that. I wish we could discuss and see if you guys could find from pages 48, 49 whether Dennett, I'm missing something from Dennett. Um, Now, Plantinga adds a little more, though, in his response, and this is on pages 63 to 64. On the handout I write, Plantinga notes that what he thinks is assumed by the scientists is that God won't capriciously interfere. Capriciously means just like randomly, or just on a whim, interfere with our experiments. But quote, that's a very long way from atheism or naturalism. So I think that is true. If you're wanting to do science, you have to assume that the laws of nature, for the most part, hold, and that when I'm measuring gravity or when I'm trying to boil water or whatever, that God's not just going to tinker with things once in a while. So you do have to assume that if you're going to get very far in science. But for Plantinga, I think, yeah, that's something theists could believe, that maybe God just acts only once in a while on very special occasions where, you know, turning water into wine, or, rising from the dead or something like that. But the theistic scientists could just assume their assumption could be not naturalism, but that just uh, God doesn't act randomly, on a whim, and that for that you can still do science. So I thought that was a nice point. I'd be interested in what you guys thought, but yeah.